guys, how's it going? My name's Eric. Thanks for stopping by to check out my video today. Today I'm going to show you how to make the most delicious, flavorful chicken that isn't all dried out. Now I got three beautiful, plump, boneless, skinless chicken breasts. And you know what? Regardless of how you cook this, you usually end up overcooking it because, you know, people know you have to cook it to 165 degrees to make sure it's properly cooked. And then, of course, it gets so dry, whether you do it on the barbecue grill, whether you stick it in a frying pan, whether you put it in the oven, it just completely dries out, loses all its juice and all its flavor. Well, I have a solution for that, and that is cooking it sous vide style. I got my new VacMaster sous vide machine around a year ago, and I've been having so much fun. So I'm going to show you a really simple, basic recipe to cook this. It's going to come out absolutely delicious. So like I said, I have these three beautiful boneless, skinless breasts of chicken. I got some garlic, some lemon, I got some rosemary, some olive oil, and salt and pepper. I mean, that's all you need. So the first thing we're going to do is we're just going to take some regular kosher salt, and I'm just going to sprinkle some salt on this. We're going to do both sides, of course. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to saute some garlic in some olive oil. I'm going to put a little bit of rosemary in there, and we're going to kind of cook it a little bit, and we're going to add that to the bag that we're going to cook this chicken in the sous vide machine, in the sous vide bath. So let me finish salting and peppering the other side of this chicken, and we'll be back in a second. I'll show you the next step, how to saute that garlic and get it ready to put in the sous vide. Alright guys, I got a couple tablespoons of olive oil in the pan here. I've had heated up for a couple minutes. Don't worry if you want to put a little extra olive oil, because we want to put that in the bag when the chicken cooks. So what I got here is around 3 cloves of garlic that has been crushed, or you can chop it or press it, whatever you need to do. And a little bit of rosemary mixed in there. So our only purpose here is just to cook this a little bit. Since we're going to be cooking this at a lower temperature than normal, we just want to make sure the garlic is cooked. We don't want to get sick or anything. So we're just going to saute this, kind of get some flavors to release. Oh, it smells good. And then I'm just going to add a little bit of lemon juice. Wonderful. So that's all it takes. I'm literally just going to saute this for a couple minutes just to kind of get it nice and a little bit browned. And like I said, release some of those flavors. And that's it. After that, I'm going to put the chickens in some bags. You can either seal them if you have a food saver. Or today, I'm just going to put them in a regular Ziploc freezer bag. So if you don't have a sealer, you know, don't worry about it. You don't need it necessarily. So that's it, guys. I'll be back in a second when we get these things bagged up and ready to put in the sous vide machine. Alright guys, I already have these 2 chicken breasts bagged up, ready to go. I just wanted to show you how you do this. You just put it into a regular Ziploc bag. We're going to add a little bit of that garlic mixture that we sauteed. Just like that. Now you don't have to use a whole lot of garlic in this, because when you sous vide it, as the fat and stuff starts to melt down, you're going to get a lot of juices in here that's going to distribute that garlic pretty evenly. So now we're just going to take our herbs there, our rosemary, and just 1 slice of lemon, and we're going to stick that on top, and voila, we are done. So I'm going to get the sous vide machine fired up, and we'll get these things put in there, and I'll show you when we're about to do that in just a second. Alright guys, I have my sous vide machine warmed up. It just beeped. Now there's 3 different temperatures you can go by, but for me I like the middle temperature, which is 149 degrees. Now you can cook this anywhere from an hour. Whoops. Let's start. You can cook this at least an hour all the way up to 3 hours, but you really don't want to go too much over 3 hours, because then it's going to change the consistency of the chicken. So if you're using a freezer bag like I am here, you just want to squeeze it all the way down, and then you're going to kind of submerge it like this. And then as it goes down, and usually you have to push something, it's going to force the air out of the bag. So you're going to let it go like that, and then you're just going to kind of let all that air come out, that last bit of air, and then close it like that, and then have some kind of clip to kind of hold it in place here. I'm going to leave that for now because I'm going to try to put a couple in there. Man, I tell you, I absolutely love this sous vide machine. It's so easy to cook, and the food just comes out absolutely delicious. So anyway, the 3 temperatures I was telling you about, you can, if you're like making chicken salad and you're going to cook this and then you're going to chill it and then cut it up into cubes or whatever for a chicken salad, I would recommend going 140 degrees. It's going to give the chicken a delicious consistency. It's going to be extremely juicy. If you're cooking it like you're going to eat it, cut it up, eat it up right now, I would go for the 149. It's very juicy and tender and slightly stringy, which is, how most people like it. Well, you know what? I'm going to do, I got such a big container here. I'm going to do 2 on this side with the clip, and then we'll do 1 clip on the other side. And then if you're, one of the people that like your chicken well done, even if you cook it well done with this, it's still going to come out better than the traditional way of cooking it. Then I would recommend cooking it at 160 degrees. And same thing, for an hour, a minimum, all the way up to 3 hours. I'm probably going to shoot right in the middle, hour and 20 minutes up to an hour and 40 minutes. This will be done. When we take this out, the chicken's going to be perfectly cooked, but it's not going to look very attractive. So we're going to finish this off in a very hot saute pan. We're just going to grill it for a couple minutes on each side in some olive oil. And then I'm going to finish it off with a little bit of butter, get it nice and brown and crispy. And we're going to throw in a little bit of the rosemary and a little bit of lemon juice just to give it that little bit flavor that's cooking in the bag. So that's it, guys. I mean, how simple is this? Very easy, very basic, and it's going to be some of the most delicious, juicy chicken you ever tried. So we'll be back in a second. Check this out in a little bit. All right, guys, it's been around 25 minutes. You can see it's already changed color. It's kind of turning white. So we got another hour or so to go. In the meantime, I'm going to cool myself off. I'm going to do a little beer review. Today I'm trying Danish beer, the most famous Danish beer there is, Carlsberg. I'm half Danish. My mom is from Denmark, so I'm drinking lots of Carlsberg because I've been to Denmark. I want to do a quick shout out to some of my cousins. Pia is my one cousin who lives near Copenhagen, and Gitta is my other cousin that lives in the island of Fyn. And when I've gone there, we drink a lot of Carlsberg. Another popular beer is Tuborg. A lot of other delicious, good microbreweries in Denmark. I love it. But this is the most popular, so this is the one I'm going to review. Now, I'll be completely honest. This is a pretty mellow beer. It's got 5% alcohol, but it's not a very thick beer. I mean, it's more of a everyman's beer. I guess if I was going to compare to a beer that the United States is famous for, would be like, Bud or Miller or Coors. It's your generic, domestic, run-of-the-mill beer. Nothing spectacular, nothing, fancy. Just your regular beer. It's golden in color, pours with a nice head. Doesn't really have much of a smell, maybe a little bit of grassy. Very basic. Cheers, thanks for watching my video, guys. I appreciate it. It's very drinkable, but it doesn't have a very strong taste. It's very light, it's smooth, it's easy to drink. To be honest with you, it's a little bland for my taste. But then again, it's not offensive to a lot of people, particularly if you're not a beer drinker. It's very well balanced. So, certainly a good beer to be drinking today since the summertime is getting a little warm. So you can definitely drink these to keep you nice and cool. So there you go, guys. I'm going to enjoy this. We got another hour or so, and we'll be back in a little bit when these are ready to come out, and I'll show you how they look like, and we'll saute them up, and pretty soon you'll see how delicious this chicken is going to look when it's done. We'll be back in a little bit. Alright guys, it's been around an hour and a half, so it's pretty much done. So the next step you want to do is just take the chicken out and dry it off very good. Now don't get rid of any of this juice that's accumulated with a little bit of olive oil and the garlic, because we're going to pour that in the pan after we saute it to add some extra flavor. So just pull it out and put it on a tray with a paper towel. We'll remove the lemon, the rosemary, put it back in the bag. We'll save that for later. And like I said, it doesn't look very attractive. There's a little bit of garlic there on the top. I'm going to put that in the bag as well. Save all those flavors. Just take a paper towel now and just dry it off. That's all we want to do. It's going to be able to crisp up much better if we can dry it off and try to get the moisture off. So just dab it with a paper towel. Let it sit out air dry for a few minutes, and next we're going to saute it. So I'm going to take the rest of these out and get them dried up, and I'll show you the next step when we saute it in a pan in just a second. Alright guys, you want to get some olive oil. Don't be shy in a pan and heat it up pretty good, medium-high heat, because we really want to sear these to add some flavor. And then we're just going to plop these chicken breasts just like that. Now we're not going to go crazy here. We just want to give it a nice appearance, because right now it looks kind of wet and soggy. Although the chicken's perfectly cooked, it's not very appetizing. So we're going to add some flavors. Spin it around in the pan a little bit. We want to do maybe a minute on one side. We'll flip it over, do another minute, and then I'll flip it over one more time, maybe another 30 seconds. And we'll add the drippings from the bag, kind of make a nice little sauce. And I'm also going to do an optional step. I'm going to add around a tablespoon of Dijon mustard to thicken up the sauce a little bit. If you like Dijon mustard, it's going to be like a lemony Dijon mustard sauce with, of course, a hint of rosemary. So I'll continue to cook these. We'll be back in a second. I'll show you how it looks when we flip them over. Alright guys, it's been around, I don't know, 60, 70 seconds. We'll flip them over here. Yeah, that's what we want. We want to add a little color. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add the juice from the bag that we cooked it in, along with those lemon spices. Look at that. Oh, it smells wonderful. And here I'm adding that tablespoon of Dijon mustard, which is optional, but I recommend it. Helps thicken up the sauce a little bit. And we're just going to continue cooking this just for a little bit, thicken up that sauce. Oh man, it smells wonderful. So that's it guys, it's pretty much done. It's perfectly cooked. Just brown it to the other side. Let this sauce thicken up a little bit. You can turn down the heat. You can pour that sauce right over the chicken when you serve it on a plate. And there you go. We'll be back in a second when I have this on the platter here ready to slice into, and you can see how wonderful juicy this is. We'll be back in 1 second. Alright guys, here we go. We're going to slice into this, see how this looks. Oh my goodness, look at this. Could you ask for more juicy looking chicken? Look at this. Oh my goodness. It smells wonderful. It's a little bit stringy like you said, but that's fine. I'm gonna take a piece here. You can see it's certainly not dried out like you normally experience when you're cooking chicken. You can see here, look at how juicy. When I push it in, the juice is just dripping from it. It's so juicy. I gotta try a piece, guys. Sorry. Oh my goodness. Wow. I'm telling you, that is the best, juiciest chicken breast that you've ever tried, that you can really make. So, well, I'm gonna slice this up. I'm gonna get the family out here, see how they like it. It's absolutely delicious, guys. You have to try this if you have a sous vide machine, and it's really easy. You saw what I did. Very basic. Be back in 1 second. All right, guys, here we are, the family, Kyle and Monica.
Hi.
Take a piece, Kyle, see what you think, and you too.
I've been wanting to try this all day.
That's good.
What do you think?
Juicy.
It is so juicy.
Wow.
That's
chicken?
No, it's really
It's
good.
got a lot of flavor too.
I can taste the chicken.
Can you taste the lemon and the garlic?
I can taste the lemon, but I don't really taste the garlic that much. I'm like,
Well, we
It's
cooked it.
just
We
part
cooked
of
it quite a
blended in.
bit.
That's good.
Well, guys, there you have it.
Wow.
Absolutely delicious, juicy chicken. If you have a sous vide machine, definitely try it. It's very basic, very easy. If you like my video, please hit subscribe, like the video, check out some of my other sous vide and smoking videos. Thanks again for stopping by and watching, and we'll see you next time.